Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something I absolutely love, getting crafty and a little bit eco-friendly. We're giving those empty plastic bottles we all seem to have lying around a brand new life with some fun DIY projects. I've got 5 super easy ideas to show you that are not only creative but also really useful around the house. Plus, it's a great way to be a little kinder to the planet, and who doesn't love that? So grab yourself a drink, maybe a cuppa like me, settle in, and let's jump right into these upcycling hacks. Okay, so for our first project, we're making something that's perfect for all my fellow plant lovers out there, especially if you're anything like me and forget to water your plant babies sometimes, a self-watering planter. This project is not only practical, but also a fun and creative way to recycle and repurpose materials you probably already have at home. This is such a simple DIY, but so genius, and it'll keep your plants happy and hydrated even if you're a bit forgetful. Plus, it's a great way to ensure your plants thrive, even if you have a busy schedule or go on short trips. To make this, you'll need just a few things: an empty plastic bottle. Any size will do, but I like using a larger one for bigger plants. A piece of cotton cloth, an old tea towel, or even a strip from an old t-shirt works perfectly. Some potting soil, and of course, your chosen plant or seeds. Now let's get crafting. It's amazing how these simple items can come together to create something so useful. First things first, grab your plastic bottle and carefully cut it in half. Make sure to use sharp scissors or a craft knife for a clean cut. You can totally eyeball it, but if you're like me and like things a little more precise, feel free to measure and mark it before cutting. This ensures that both halves fit together perfectly. Once you've got your two halves, take the top part of the bottle and flip it upside down so the spout is pointing down, and place it inside the bottom half of the bottle. This setup is what makes the self-watering magic happen. It should fit snugly inside, creating a little reservoir at the bottom for water. Pretty cool, right? This reservoir will hold the water that your plant will gradually absorb. Now, take your cloth and thread it through the neck of the bottle. This step is crucial as the cloth acts as a wick. You want the cloth to reach down into the water reservoir at the bottom, acting like a wick to draw the water up to your plant. This ensures a steady supply of moisture to the soil. Fill the top section of the bottle, the part where the plant will go, with your soil, just like you would with a regular pot. Make sure the soil is evenly distributed. Now, carefully pop in your plant or sprinkle in your seeds, gently patting down the soil around them. Be sure to give your plant a little initial watering to help it settle in. And there you have it, your very own self-watering planter. It's a simple yet effective way to keep your plants healthy. Just keep the bottom reservoir filled with water, and your plant will take just what it needs through the cloth wick. This method mimics natural watering processes. No more overwatering or worrying about your plants drying out when you're busy. It's such a lifesaver. Plus, it's a great conversation starter and a wonderful way to showcase your DIY skills. For our next project, we're going to invite some feathered friends to our garden with the cutest little DIY bird feeder. This project is not only fun, but also incredibly rewarding. This one is so easy and fun to make, and it's a great way to use up another plastic bottle while also doing something nice for the birds in your neighborhood. Plus, it's a fantastic activity to do with kids or friends. Okay, so grab another empty plastic bottle. Again, any size will do, depending on how big you want your bird feeder to be, and make sure it's clean and dry. This step is crucial to ensure the health and safety of the birds. Now, you'll also need a wooden spoon or a sturdy twig. These will serve as the perch for the birds. This part is super simple. Just carefully poke a small hole near the bottom of the bottle. Make sure the hole is big enough for the spoon or twig to fit through snugly. You can use a skewer, a sharp pair of scissors, or even a drill if you have one handy. Just be careful, safety first, always. Once you've got your hole, thread your wooden spoon or twig through it, making sure it goes all the way through to the other side of the bottle. This will create a stable perch for the birds. This will create a little perch for the birds to sit on while they enjoy their tasty treats. It's important that the perch is secure and can support the weight of the birds. Now for the fun part, fill your bottle with birdseed, leaving some space at the top so it doesn't spill out. You can get creative with the types of seeds you use. You can use any type of birdseed you like, or even make your own mix. Different seeds attract different types of birds, so feel free to experiment. And that's it. Your bird feeder is ready to hang up in your garden or on your balcony. Make sure it's in a spot where you can easily watch the birds. Just find a nice spot where the birds can easily reach it, and watch as they flock to their new feeding station. It's amazing how quickly they will find it. This is such a rewarding project, and it's so lovely to see the birds enjoying something you made yourself. It brings a sense of accomplishment and joy. Plus, it's a great way to use up those plastic bottles and give them a new purpose. Not only are you helping the environment, but you're also creating a beautiful addition to your garden. Let's move on to project number 3, which is perfect for adding a bit of organization and personality to your workspace: a recycled pencil holder. This one is all about getting creative with your decorations, and it's a fantastic way to use up those smaller plastic bottles. You'll need the bottom half of a plastic bottle for this one. I like using those cute little 500 milliliter water bottles. You can decide how tall or short you want your pencil holder to be. Now, grab your scissors and carefully cut around the bottle to remove the top part. Again, you can totally eyeball it or measure and mark it if you prefer a straighter edge. Once you've got your base, it's time to unleash your inner artist. This is where you can really let your personality shine. You can paint your pencil holder with acrylic paints, cover it in colorful washi tape, or even wrap it in pretty fabric scraps. If you're feeling extra creative, you can even add some cute embellishments like buttons, beads, or glitter. Let your imagination run wild. I love using bright, cheerful colors for mine, but you can go for a more minimalist look or match your desk decor. This DIY pencil holder is so easy and affordable to make, and it's a great way to add a touch of personality to your desk while also being mindful of the environment. Plus, it's super satisfying to give a new lease of life to something that would have otherwise ended up in the recycling bin. Alright, for project number 4, we're creating something super cozy and magical mini lanterns made from plastic bottles. These are so simple to make, and they add the loveliest, warmest glow to any room. I love using these as little nightlights or even as decorations for parties and special occasions. To get started, grab yourself another empty plastic bottle. I like using the smaller ones for this project, as they create the cutest little lanterns. Make sure your bottle is clean and dry, and then carefully cut off the top portion, just like we did for the pencil holder. Now here's the fun part. It's time to decorate your lantern. You can paint it with glass paints for a stained glass effect, or use acrylic paints for a more opaque look. If you're feeling adventurous, you could even try decoupage with pretty tissue paper or fabric scraps. Once your paint is dry, it's time to add the light. You can use a small LED candle for a safe, flame-free option, or pop in a string of fairy lights for a truly magical glow. And there you have it, your very own mini lantern, ready to cast a warm and inviting glow over your space. You can group a few together for a stunning centerpiece or dot them around your room for a touch of whimsy. And finally, for our last project, I've got something truly special for all my fellow plant enthusiasts who might be short on space: a vertical garden made from plastic bottles. This project is perfect for anyone looking to add a touch of greenery to their home without taking up too much room. This is such a brilliant way to bring some greenery indoors or brighten up a small balcony, and it's surprisingly easy to make. Plus, it's a fun and creative way to recycle plastic bottles that might otherwise end up in the trash. For this project, you'll need several plastic bottles. The number will depend on how big you want your vertical garden to be. You can start with just a few bottles and expand as you go. I like using a mix of different sized bottles to create a more visually interesting display. It adds a unique touch and makes the garden look more dynamic and engaging. First things first, grab your bottles and carefully cut an opening in each one, leaving a few inches at the bottom to hold the soil and plants. Make sure to use a sharp knife or scissors for clean cuts. You can create a rectangular opening, a circular one, or even get creative with different shapes. The key is to ensure there's enough space for your plants to grow comfortably. Once you've made your openings, it's time to add some drainage. This step is crucial to prevent water from accumulating at the bottom and causing root rot. Carefully poke a few small holes in the bottom of each bottle to allow excess water to escape. You can use a nail, a needle, or even a small drill for this. Now fill each bottle with potting soil, just like you would with a regular pot. Make sure to use good quality soil to give your plants the best start. Then, carefully plant your chosen herbs, flowers, or small plants in each bottle. You can mix and match different types of plants to create a diverse and vibrant garden. I love using trailing plants for vertical gardens, as they create such a beautiful cascading effect. They add a sense of movement and life to the garden. To assemble your vertical garden, simply stack the bottles on top of each other, securing them together with strong twine or rope. Make sure they are tightly bound to prevent any accidents. You can hang your vertical garden on a wall, a fence, or even a balcony railing. Choose a spot that gets enough sunlight for your plants to thrive. And there you have it, your very own vertical garden, bursting with life and adding a touch of nature to your space. It's a wonderful way to enjoy gardening even in the smallest of spaces. Your vertical garden will not only look stunning, but also provide a sense of accomplishment and joy as you watch your plants grow and flourish. Not only is this a great way to make the most of limited space, but it's also a fantastic way to upcycle those plastic bottles and give them a whole new purpose. It's an eco-friendly project that benefits both you and the environment. And that's it. 5 awesome eco-friendly projects made from just plastic bottles. Not only are these projects super easy, but they also help reduce plastic waste and add a unique touch to your space. I had so much fun getting crafty with you all today, and I really hope these DIYs have inspired you to try upcycling your own plastic bottles. Remember, even small changes can make a big difference when it comes to the environment, and it's amazing what a little creativity can do. Thanks for watching. If you liked these ideas, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more DIY inspiration. Let me know in the comments which project you're excited to try, or if you have your own recycling tips to share. See you next time.